Hello, my name is Sophie Llewellyn-Smith. This is a speech about charity and giving to charity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's December, the season of charity Christmas cards. If you go into any shop, you will find packets of cards for sale, a proportion of the selling price of which will go to a given charity, for example, Cancer Research UK. In fact, a third of all charitable giving takes place in December. And generally speaking, I think it's fair to say that the UK is a charitable nation. There are charity initiatives everywhere, all the time. For example, in no other country that I have been to are there so many charity shops on the high street where you can buy second-hand goods of all kinds and feel that you're contributing to a worthy charity, for example, Age UK. Secondly, there are also regular telethons on TV which raise huge sums for causes such as Save the Children, £35 million in one night. Or there are also collecting tins. You often see people holding a collecting tin and rattling it, or you will see a collecting tin at the till in a shop, so that when you get your paltry 1 penny change or 5p change, you can stick it in the box. And finally, there is that great tradition of sponsorship, which is more popular, I think, in the UK than anywhere else, where a person will decide to set themselves a personal challenge, for example, running a marathon or fasting for 24 hours, and ask all their friends and acquaintances to sponsor them a certain sum per kilometre run or per hour that they have managed to deprive themselves of all food. The result of this is a total annual giving in the UK of £11 billion to charity. And the median amount, not the mean, because that is very skewed by people who are able to give vast sums to charity. So the mean or the average is not very meaningful in this context. And instead, the median, which is, if you like, the most frequent or most popular sum to give to charity, is £11 per month per donor. Now, in the past few years, I think this is a sector that has changed. It has become more professional, in my view, for a number of reasons. First of all, because with the advent of the internet, it's been possible for charities to reach more people and to polish their brand. They have a real image to defend thanks to websites, for example, or leaflets that are distributed, or advertisements on television. Secondly, I think the use of direct debit has also made the sector more professional because it's possible to get donors to sign up to a monthly direct debit instead of just putting a few coins in a collecting tin. Charities can ensure regular payments are coming in instead of one-off payments. And finally, again thanks to the internet, new ways of giving have been created. For example, IT platforms such as Just Giving. These are platforms that are very well organised and very simple for donors to use. Instead of having sheets of paper that people have to sign to sponsor a person, and then the money has to be collected and handed in, you don't have to do any of that. A person who decides to run a marathon, for example, will set up a page on a platform like Just Giving, and all their friends can simply visit that page, donate online. There's no actual physical money that changes hands, and it's all very simple and well organised. And all this has increased giving a little bit in the past few years. It hasn't increased the total sum of donations vastly, because of course households only have so much money to give to charity. So if they give more to one, then they'll give less to another. There's a competition between the charities. And the popular perception in the UK is that donations to animal charities vastly outstrip donations to human charities, if you like. But the figures don't support that. In fact, the biggest category for charitable donations is medical research. 38% of donors give to medical research, followed by donations to projects in hospitals, projects with children and young people, overseas projects, and the animals come much further down the list. Now, charitable giving isn't always rational, because when people choose between these categories, they are often swayed by emotion. Instead of thinking, heart disease kills more people than cancer, so I will give to a heart disease charity. Instead, people are swayed by the fact that their friends ask for sponsorship for a particular charity, or by the fact that their cousin has breast cancer. And this is perfectly understandable. So at this time of year, what I will say is, regardless of whether you are swayed by reason or emotion, please consider giving to charity, because we in the West are vastly better off than so many people overseas, but there are also worthy projects at home. And the old saying goes, charity begins at home. Thank you.